Okay, Mazza, here we go. We're gonna do something and... Wait, what the heck? You want to join Brescia as they play in the better division? You're unhappy? Oh, for God's sake. Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021 and we're in our full season in charge of Siena, and I had some bids for Mazza this season and I'm not happy about it. So he's our best midfielder right now, as you can see by some of the stats he's got. Yes, I'm using a different skin, and I wanted to try to skin it out for a while, so that's that. But we had a few things going our way. He's now a vice captain too, so that kind of just doesn't help us. But we've got Mazza being wanted by a load of teams. Lecce and Pisa both in the second tier, and that's the tier that my backroom staff think he can become as good as in the future. And he says some Serie A teams wanting him, which is a bit annoying. I'm not going to lie, especially when I don't want to let him go. But yes, when I say some Serie A teams, we've had bids of at least 245,000, rising up to 425,000. I'm not letting him go. He's my best player. And when you got teams like Ottone, who are currently doing themselves justice, Benevento and Brescia all wanting him, it is not ideal in the slightest. We had to also turn down a bid from Regina, so yeah, we've had some very unwanted bids right now for our best midfielder, and I'm not happy about it. We've also had a few gains while we were preparing for the main season, because we had the cup first and foremost, and we faced Sembraleste first and foremost. Sandri scored the opening goal of the game to make it 1-0 inside the 32nd minute of the game. We do equalise when we find ourselves getting equalised. Mazza finds Rokas, who scores up the shooting and it goes in off the post. But we do concede a goal literally 2 minutes later, like not even a minute later, when this goal from Bernardini just goes in top corner and there's nothing the keeper could do. We lose this game 2-1. And questionably, I had to ask myself, was this the best? No, this is the team we beat here last year, but this was a cup game, so I suppose it's not as bad, as long as we can avoid doing this in the league again in the next round, or next time we face off against them, but at that stage at least anyway. But yes, we were beaten 2-1. Did we do well in the other game in this cup? The answer is yes, we actually won this game. Rokas actually got an opportunity to score first and foremost. He didn't. Well, Granzini scored his first goal for us in his 28th match, which I believe, to give us the lead in this game. And then Laneri plays this forward, and Rokas is not going to miss this opportunity to make it 2-0. His second of the season. He's got 2 goals in the first 2 games as a result of that finish. Pontederi did get a goal back, and I don't know how Mosselli scores this, but he does. It's 2-1. We do get a goal before half-time. Rokas scores again, his second of the game. 3 goals and 2 in this competition now, and things are looking rosy. But then they score again, and Tomasini scores. The keeper makes some mistakes to come for it when he didn't need to, but we make it 4-2, when Mazza scores for this effort, which keeper gets his hands to, but can't keep out. A bit disappointing from their point of view, but we did ourselves justice. We win 4-2 with an XG of 2.06, sorry, and with it, we actually went through to the next round of this competition, which I was a bit surprised about. So, yay for us, we're through, and I'm now seeing this at the bottom, and it says 3 goals, we got 4, so yes, that's wrong. This is the right thing to go looking at. But yes, we did ourselves justice, we're through to the next round, and we got Pontederi next in the league, and we're going to see where we are predicted to finish this season after what we did last year. So we are predicted to finish in 18th place. Yes. Well, Nova, the team that were with us a few years ago, actually, they relegated 2 years back in our first season. I think it's 3 years ago now. Yes, they were relegated in 2022. So they're back after 3 years away. And they brought up Pianese with them. Now, those two teams are expected to do some damage in this division. Perugia and Virtus Centella, the two teams who last won this competition, they're relegated again, along with Livorno, and that is a concern for us, since two of our previous champions have been come down. If you look at this division, no one's being relegated in this division. Well, only Venezia has been relegated this year. Carpi are actually in this division next year, so yeah, interesting that Carpi, who we were in the same division as just 2 years ago, are promoted but not in our group. So it is what it is. We've got to do well here, and we've got to ensure that we have a good job and do well for ourselves. We are... I can actually see this because of the fact we've seen this. So we're going to look at the wages now. We are the 10th highest. We're spending 1.09 million on salaries for players. We're still spending quite a bit of money for staff as well, so I'm probably not helping this. But either way, we are making money. We've got a sponsorship of 2 million still, so that's something to look into and say, yes, we've done well here. But we also need to do well and make sure we don't lose in the league. If we can beat Pontevedra for the second game running, this time in the league, I'll be very, very happy indeed. And this team looks good. Yes, I know the skin's a bit different, and it's going to take a bit of time adjusting to get used to this, but that's fine. Gabriel Nunes is actually suspended because he got booked in the last game of the season and didn't really make it back in time. So Agnello starts in defensive midfielder position, which is not ideal since he's not the best in that position. And he just does really badly when himself and Mazza play together. But it is untested, though before it wasn't been great. Either way, we're playing two other strikers up front with Rokas. The reason I'm doing this is, one, he's looking pretty good now. Alioni's looking pretty good. He's actually more than advanced forward, but he can play in the other roles too. I needed him to. So deep line forward on support. That's his stats. Only teamwork is below 7. So that's something to look into. And attack, target man on support. Teamwork again is below 7, but he's got a few things to look into. He's now also an international for Mauritania, so that's something to look into. While Gianzini is also someone who can play in this position. He's got a goal already in the cup, so that's something to look into and to say we can do well with. He hasn't scored in the league yet for us, so if we can get him scoring goals, that's great. And Rokas has already got 3 goals this year, so he's good for this. But either way, I'm doing this because these 3 players are the best players in each position. And yeah, it is something I felt I need to look into and start looking to bring some younger talent through. So having some of the younger players, some of the strikers play in these positions is great for us. We got Scobato and we got Campinotti as well. So they're all going good, and we're going to hope we can do more with this. Let's see how you do in this game. Yes, it's an interim sort thing, but I'm not going to use it. Okay, so Maz is complacent. That is not a good sign. I expect to win. Look at how motivated some of these players are. Inspired and motivated. This is a good sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players inspired and motivated, while others are motivated. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so they got the ball forward, but we get it back. Caminetti's found Rokas. I don't know how he's got to Rokas, but he has. Gianzini to Lanari. Now Gianzini. Lanari on the ball again. So what can we do here? It's out wide to Bani. Oh, it was over the bar, unfortunately for us. I will say, only 3 shots. I'm a bit disappointed about this performance so far. Even if we have been a better team, we need to do better than this. I will say we've been a better team, but that's only because it'll probably help their confidence, even if it's not honestly the case. But we'll say some of the players, they've been... Okay, you're now demotivated. You've got a 6.5 rating. I think I can be justified in saying this. Alright? Okay, so they got a free kick. I've just made a substitution, which... Oh, Natuzzi's a good save there. Probably saved our bacon. Well, I can only apologise for the fact that this is a 0-0 draw and you've just been forced to witness a game with just 2 highlights that I've seen. So again, apologies for this. We got a point in the first game of the season, which is better than nothing. Can we say we're a bit unlucky? Yeah, I could say that. But I don't know. It feels like we've been a bit disappointing so far, and we've played a game. We've drawn the first game of the season. We've got to wait for the rest of the games to play, and then we'll be good. As one of my players has now gone 21 hours without scoring. Okay, that's a bit concerning. I didn't know if it was that bad. We've got the cup draw after this as well, so we start the season in 13th place. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. I hope you guys have actually enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video, and that you'll subscribe to my channel. Really does help me a lot. And women, my goodness, look at them. 90, then 90 plus 5 to come from 2-1 down. What a comeback that is. I'm sorry to say, that is impressive. But yes, anyway, until next time, goodbye and good night.